Hey YouTube, today we're going to grow something a little different. I'm going to try growing goji berries from a dried goji berry. These are, to give you a little background, in the wolfberry family. Wolfberry is kind of a generic term for two different types of plants, or the berries of two different types of plants. In many places they call them wolfberries. In North America, for the most part, they call them goji berries. So here's what they look like. They mainly come in dried form when you purchase them, but you can grow them yourself. You can grow them wild. They're actually a perennial in almost every zone in major areas of the world. I believe they can go down to zone 4, something like that. I'm in zone 6A, so I should have no problem. I've also heard anecdotally that they do grow in my area, so I'm not too worried. Yeah, so I bought this fairly modest amount of berries. I don't know, maybe there's 50 or 60 here. I have a receipt. I bought them today. One of those bulk stores where you get stuff in the bin. Let's see. Yeah, 82 cents. I already tasted like 2 of these, but roughly the same size. Yeah, 82 cents. That was actually for 0.015 kilogram. So that's, I think, 15 grams, which is, I don't know, half an ounce, something like that. Do my conversion. Yeah, I think something like that, like half an ounce. But I don't know, maybe the bag weighed like 1/10 of an ounce. I don't know how they do this. So yeah, anyway, I tasted a couple of these before. I'll taste another one just for, reference. They taste pretty good. I really expect that when I try a fresh one day, hopefully, that they taste even better. It's kind of like when you have a raisin. Raisins taste alright, but grapes taste completely different. Much better in my opinion. But I think that's the case with this. With these you get a nice aftertaste of, some sort of flavor. And it's sort of like that with raisins. Yeah, so what I'll do, I'll break one open. It's a very gummy texture. They're not completely dried out. It's really just like a raisin, essentially. There we go. I see quite a load of seeds on these. Just in one. Probably a dozen or so, 12 or 15. I don't know if you can see that, but maybe you can. Yeah, so I'm just going to start not being very scientific. I'm just going to take the seeds out with my hand. Or my thumbnail, to be more precise. Yeah, they come out fairly easily. Okay, so I got a fair amount of seeds out of 2 different ones. I didn't want to, dig out deeply and grab every seed. It's better to grab a few different berries. Go for the easy to extract seeds. Don't worry about getting every single seed out of every fruit. It's just a waste of time. It's better to just take a few, get the easy ones, and then you're set. So I put them on this manila envelope that I've used just for maybe contrast. Don't know if you can see. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so you can see that. There's a bunch of seeds I got. So it's always good to have a plan. I'm doing this time of year. Number 1 reason, I'm bored and I want to grow something. So that's important. 2, I have a feeling I should be able to grow these indoors by my windowsill. Just get them started. At least enough until May. I can start putting them outdoors. And then, hopefully I'll grow them in pots or maybe a raised bed just through until close to the end of summer. And then hopefully they should be strong and vigorous enough that I'll plant them in a permanent spot, like beside my garden, and grow them as a perennial outdoors. That's my plan. I'm going to see how that works. So we'll see what happens with that. So for now, before I get too ahead of myself, I better get these germinated and turned into plants. So I'm going to try this time. You know, usually I use, most of you that watch my videos, they see that I use a Ziploc type bag, you know, like this. And I put paper towels and everything, and you know, that works really great for me. This time I'm going to try this method, which I've used a few times. I find for the very, very small seeds, such as these, this method can be a little more easier, whatever the word is. So this method, for those that don't know, you basically take a paper towel and you put like this. This is like a takeout container. You can use whatever you want. You can use a, you know, one of those snap together lunch containers, whatever you like. Anything that sort of seals. So that's what I did there. And what I'm going to do is take the seeds, but first I'm going to soak the bottom. There we go. I'll take the seeds and I'm going to just randomly put them around the bottom on the moist paper towel. The reason I like this method is, as opposed to the other method with the paper towel in a Ziploc bag, this one you can really easily tell if things are germinated. You basically open the lid or look through the lid and you can tell if they're germinated. Whereas when you're doing the other method, you gotta take the paper towel out, you gotta be really careful, you gotta like unfold it once or twice, and you know, you end up, oh no, it's not ready yet, you gotta fold it back. And after you've done that like six or 10 times, that paper towel is starting to fall apart, so it can be a real pain. So I found for the really small seeds, this is a good method. You know whether you failed or not fairly quickly. So now I'm just going to sort of close things up a little bit. Give an air spray on top, and then put my lid over this. I'm not going to put it completely tight. I don't want it airtight. That's not the goal. I'm going to leave a little bit of air. But what I'm going to do is try and put this in a warmish type place. In general, seeds like to think they're in spring soil, which is somewhat warm, and yeah, then they germinate. So that's the way it works. So I'll try and get these germinating, and hopefully in a week I'll have something to plant. So this is approximately 2 weeks, just a little over 2 weeks since I started germinating these. It turns out it did take around 6 or 7 days for them to start germinating, and then once they did, we had a few things going on here where I live. We had a power outage. It lasted a few days, so I really didn't have you know, the time or resources to start, you know, planting these. So I had to hold off a little longer than I hoped I would, and yeah, so I didn't get as many viable plants as I'd expected, but that's fine. I have 2 that are looking good here. I'll just do a little side view here. You can see I have some other ones I planted in there, but they kind of were germinating too long before going in the soil, so you know, they're not doing that great. They're sort of overly leggy, but that's fine. 2 is good enough for me. I wasn't planning on growing a whole whack of them. I just wanted to ensure success by planting more than I needed. Yeah, so that's it. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.